How do you feel about the black community receiving reparations?
I'm against that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, why so?
Well, first of all, what is the black community? So, for example, do you mean like recent immigrants from Haiti or Nigeria?
I do not. No.
Okay, for sure. So you're meaning like ancestral descendants of slaves.
Correct.
That
Yes,
could
sir.
be proven with documentation.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay. So to be consistent, do you believe that other groups that have been mistreated in America should also receive reparations?
What are those other groups?
Well, they're not necessarily by America, but let's just take one. Jewish Americans, right?
Okay.
They almost got eliminated in the Holocaust. Should they receive reparations?
Not from us.
Okay, not from us.
Not from the United States, that is.
Okay. So here's my view, and I want to hear yours,
Okay.
which is that I did not own slaves, and you were not a slave.
Correct.
Right. So we are individuals, and therefore we cannot be held accountable or should receive something from something that didn't happen to us or something we did not do. That is a basic law of justice, that I can't be held accountable for something that somebody looked like me did, and you should not benefit from something that somebody you were related to. Now, you'll probably say systemic racism and how that passed down through generations. Happy to address that. The problem with reparations, though, is basically what you're saying is I'm going to take money from Charlie Kirk for something he didn't do and give it to a group of something, to somebody of something they also didn't do. For what reason? How is that just?
Black people don't need reparations. Black people don't need reparations in the form of cash. Black people always say reparations. Everybody's talking about reparations. We need reparations. So you're going to get cash and do what with it? We already got reparations. What are you talking about, Marcus? What do you mean you already got reparations? SNAP benefits, Section 8, money from the government. We've been getting reparations ever since they've implemented these things. So you see the black people that's on SNAP. You see the black people that's on Section 8. Not all black people. There's some people that actually need it. But you see the ones that are on it. They're abusing it. So what's going to happen if the government say every black person is going to get $1 million? Only thing that's going to happen is Lamborghinis, Bentleys, Gucci, Louis, all that's going to be at record highs. But what are we going to really do with that money if we got reparations? I don't believe that black people need to get reparations in the form of money. I believe if there is some type of reparations, it needs to be in form of programs, financial literacy, vocational programs, schools, grants, and scholarships that you don't have to pay back. I wouldn't even say, I wouldn't even give black people money in business because you have to learn the business first because you see what they did with the PPP. They took the money from the PPP and they abused these SBA loans. And then they go out and buy cars, houses, and jewelry. As you can see, if you give a majority of the black people money, they don't know what to do with it. All they're going to do is spend it and then come back with their handout. So I don't believe that black people should get reparations in the form of money. It should be in the form of education. Maybe purchase some land. I can see things like that, things that you can build and you can grow. But if you give a person $1 million, they don't know what to do with it, they're going to be back in the same position as they were probably next week. So no, hell no. Black people don't need reparations in the form of money. Education. Well, the thing is, what we lack in for as black people is we don't value education. We value the cars, the houses, the big jewelry, the lifestyle, but we don't value sitting down and actually learning something so we can better ourselves, so we can teach our children. But I already think that we already got reparations. What do they say? 35% of SNAP benefits or 27, between 27 and 35% of people on SNAP benefits are black. So there's your reparations right there. SNAP benefits is, what do they say, is about $8 billion per month? Something crazy like that. And we're getting 27% of that. That's, let's say 20% of $8 billion is $1.6 billion that black people are getting from the government. So don't you think that's reparations enough? And now we're not even talking about Section 8. I can see if we didn't get none of that. Now that's a different conversation. But black people are already getting reparations. You just want cash. But what is cash actually going to do for you? What are you going to do with the cash? Oh, I'm going to invest it. Invest it in what? I don't know. You just want to have the money, but all you're going to do is make Louis Vuitton rich. All you're going to go do is go to Gucci. All you're going to do is go to the clubs and the strip clubs and make it look like you live in this lifestyle that you're only going to live for a week. But then after all that goes away, what happens next? What happens next? We don't have the educational backgrounds to be able to learn and how to better ourselves. A good amount of black people, I'm not going to say all black people, but a good amount of black people want to get rich quick. They want to do the next scam, the next hustle. They trying to get out their situation tomorrow. But what we need is a form of reparations, is a form of educational grants. You can go, if you can get into Harvard, we'll pay for it for free. If you want to be a doctor, you can go to UCLA. We'll pay for that for free. If you want to be a business person and learn the actual business and get into finance, if you want to go to Wharton and you want to go to all these great business schools, we'll pay for that. Black people need more education. Don't give them money. Don't go to the HBCUs. Go to a school that is known for what you're trying to do. If you're trying to be a dentist, you're trying to be a plumber, vocational schools, man. Being a plumber, being an electrician. There's 700,000 open electrician jobs that's open right now. Be a welder. Black people, we have to want to learn. We have to go learn. We want the money, but we don't want to learn. That's why I don't believe that black people need reparations, because what are we going to do with that money if we get it in our hand? We get cash. You already seen what we do. Look at the PPP loans. Look at the COVID loans. We've got opportunities to get money. Look what happens when we get SNAP. The people that are on SNAP don't get off of SNAP. They stay on SNAP because it's free money. And now people are complaining about SNAP that it might come to an end because now you're not getting on that money. But now what's that going to make you do? It's going to make you want to work. So that's why I don't believe in giving black people cash in the form of reparations. Charlie Kirk, whatever you say about him, but he's right on point about this. Why would we have to get money from people that didn't do from this? The people that should have got reparations were the people that got immediately released from slavery. Those are the people that went through the shit. We didn't go through this shit. I feel like we got 1,000% more opportunity than they did. And they were able to create Black Wall Street after that. They were able to work together. We can't do that now. So why would I get money for something I didn't even go through? Yes, slavery happened. Yes, I understand the effects of slavery, but you can't say that black people are not benefiting from getting any type of money. Like I said, if we just do basic calculations of $8 billion, we're getting $1.6 billion in food stamps per month. Make it make sense. We're getting Section 8. It's not like they said Section 8 and food stamps is not for black people. We're getting that. And what are we doing? Are we thriving while being on that? Nope. It keeps us complacent. So all that's going to do, we got reparations. Black people got paid. It'd be like the David Chappelle skit. Everybody blowing money, living like rappers, living like this, but not trying to go to school. Are you going to put that money and put your kids to school? Are you going to put that money up so you can live off it forever? Do you even know about these opportunities? Do you know about annuities? Do you know about stocks, ETFs, and all that stuff where you can live off of that money that you get? No, you're going to blow it because you want to let your Instagram look crazy. You want your Instagram to get popular. But what are we doing? So hell no, I don't think black people should have reparations. I don't believe in that at all. At all.
So not so much how it's just, but there are those arguments that says because of what happened in the past, this group of people have been negatively affected from this nation's crimes against humanity to that certain group of people. And that's how we see it, or how some people see it, if you will.
Okay, sure. But I will say that even if there is some truth to that, which I wouldn't even be willing to grant very much, because Black America was doing incredibly well before the not incredible. They were pacing to be even richer than white America. Is that we must look through the question of is it just and moral to take from one group, especially first and second generation immigrants that had nothing to do with this. So think about it. Your tax base would be taxing, like if anyone here is Irish or Polish and your family came 100 years ago, we would be taxing people that had nothing to do with it. And I'll go a step further. My family fought on the Union side of the Civil War. Right? So you're going to be taxing Charlie Kirk, whose descendants fought to free the slaves, to go give money to people that were descended, from slaves.
You got to understand, man, we don't need reparations. We need to do stuff on our own. We need to create our own. We need to work hard. There's a good amount of black people that do work hard. There's black people out there that's doing the damn thing. But what we see on social media, we see a lot of us not doing a damn thing and crying when the government stops giving us money. We used to be on top. Everybody talks about slavery. We know what happened. We know about some things that happened in the past, for sure. But nobody talks about the things that black people did have. We had our own bus lines. We had Black Wall Street. We had our own financial district. We had our own everything. Yes, maybe those things got burned down. Those things happened, but you have to look at the history and say, we are capable. But those people worked hard to have those things. Business is not easy. We got messed up when the government started giving us money and replacing our fathers in our household. So the thing you have to understand is, I don't need reparations. I just need to have the attitude to work hard. I just need to have the opportunity to be able to learn. Nobody wants to learn. Nobody wants to learn and understand what life is about, what this business is about, and get into industries that you're going to be better. What are you teaching your kids? What are you teaching your kids when you sit at home all day because you're getting food stamps at Section 8? So you don't get this money from reparations and do what with it? You don't even know what to do with yourself. You got time to be doing all this stuff to learn. You got free child care, free food, free house, but you still doing at home, sitting at home doing nothing. So why would people that's doing that deserve to get reparations? No, reparations need to be in the form of education. I still need you to go every single day to learn, not just sit on your ass and get money. So I don't understand why people are pushing for reparations. Reparations. We don't need reparations. We get reparations already. It's in the form of SNAP, Section 8, free child care for us if you need it. That's money every single month that's hidden. So what more do you want? You just want to have that. You want to be in control of your cash? That's not how this works. If you want to be in control of your cash, you got to work hard. But I 100% agree with Charlie Kirk on this. Black people don't need reparations, especially in the form of cash. I can only allow it in the form of education. If the government want to say, hey, we're going to give you college grants. We're going to give you something, a grant for if you're trying to learn something, if you're trying to learn farming, if you're trying to learn something that's going to help yourself, your community, and help the overall economy, I believe in that. But I do not believe in giving you cash because of reparations. You're already getting it.